Loading up, day 2.
Cheers.
Cheers. Where are we going? Dees.
Dees Lake.
Dees Lake.
The Dees Nuts.
Dees. Dees Nuts are going to Dees Lake. We are loaded up, leaving Prince George. Headed north, Tuktoyaktuk. But today we're stopping in Dees Lake. That'll be 1,000K. That'll be 1,000K enough. We're just going to give you a little tour of downtown Prince George, the buzzing metropolis. Before we head out of town. Prince George is actually quite a bit larger than I thought it was going to be. Quite a bit larger than expected. We're obviously not going to tour the whole thing, but we'll give you a minute or two of it. There you go. There's the secret ingredient to Prince George. Federal government. Now it's all making sense. All right. We'll see everybody along the way, I guess. All right, we are 360K, pretty much west, maybe a little bit north. Where did we stay last night? Prince George, and it is coming into Smithers. Dave's got his tires loaded up again, and we have, what are we, 360 kilometers in today, and we've got 607 more to go to Dees Lake. We've been on the Yellowhead Trail, number 16, all day. It's been absolutely stellar. We brought extra fuel cans along because we weren't sure what we were going to do for fuel, but it hasn't been a problem at all. There's what looks like little towns on Google Maps are actually decent-sized towns, and most of them have fuel. So every 50K or so, there's a gas station. I think we're going to fill up in Smithers, and then probably when we turn north on 37, you finally get off of the Yellowhead. But that'll be almost 500K of Yellowhead today, which is kind of crazy. It's not nearly as remote up here as I thought it might have been. Oh, there's a truck. You never want to follow guys like that. That's a disaster waiting to happen. But this is a beautiful stretch. Mountains in the distance. And coming into Smithers here shortly. Beautiful. All right, here we are, coming into Smithers. Kind of cool. These little towns are just sprinkled all the way along. I said it's not anywhere near as remote out here as I expected it might be. I don't know what I expected really, but looks like a ski hill up on the mountain. Who knows what that is? Actually another decent-sized town. Not small at all. Smithers. A shout out to Infinite Power Sports, who put the chain on my bike for me in Revelstoke. He was from Smithers. I'm sure he'll never see this video, but anyway, whatever. If he does happen to watch it, thank you very much. And a little break. It's been 150K since we got off the bikes. I'm sure David's going to want to make sure his tires are strapped on tight. Oh, wow. This town just keeps going. Beautiful. Typical town in the north here. I don't know how many we've been through so far, but it's quite a few. I'm guessing when they're going to thin out once we turn north onto Highway 37, head towards Dease Lake and Whitehorse. Maybe we'll need our spare fuel tanks yet. Biker. Nope. I'm thinking he's got his eye on that subway. Yes. It's a beautiful town. It's funny, you look at them on the Google Maps, they don't look like much. Oh, wow. Well, it wasn't Subway he liked. I was not expecting all this. Anyway, Smithers, British Columbia, on a beautiful day. We are 483 kilometers into this trip, all on the Yellowhead, and we are about to turn north on the 37 up into Dease Lake. But I guess we'll stop and get some fuel first. Not sure when the next one is. This is it. Fuel stop right on the corner. There we go, north to Alaska. Stewart's supposed to be a beautiful stop, but we are going to go to Dease Lake. Oh, that's funny. That's not David. There he is. All right. Fuel up and away we go. We are on Highway 37, about 200 kilometers out of, I forget what it's called, Dease Lake. We're 200 kilometers out of Dease Lake. We have been following this beautiful river. I don't even know how long. It's been a couple 100K at least. And I think we're going to follow it all the way in. It is spectacular today. Incredible road. We saw a moose. We saw a black bear. Too bad I didn't have the camera on. The moose was just standing out in the middle of the highway. Fellow biker. And he kind of turned and trotted down the road and into the bush. That was cool. A major mountain in the distance. And we have just been whistling along. Watched a wrecker pull a car up the cliff. That delayed us a little bit getting into town, but that's okay. And now we're going to fuel up because we are on fumes. There's David. And then head to the hotel. With 200K out, we rode through a bunch of cold rain and ferocious wind, but otherwise, spectacular day. Couldn't ask for any better. Here we are, Dees Lake. Fueled up. Gonna head to the Mountain View Lodge. That was a big day. 974 kilometers today. We did about 500 on the Yellowhead. Not quite, and not quite 500 on 37, heading north. There he is. And tomorrow, we should finish in Whitehorse. And then he can take those tires off the back of his bike and actually put them on. That looks like the mountain view over there. This wasn't our first choice of hotels, but can't be too choosy, I guess. We are very happy we have a reservation. I am just happy to be here.